Yeah, sure. Hey everybody, C2E2. Once again, I'm here with Tom Richmond. I'm sure that's a name that a lot of people out there have heard before, but for those who haven't heard of your name before, shame on you. Why don't you tell a little bit about yourself?
Well, I've been a professional cartoonist and caricaturist for over 30 years. I've worked for Mad for 20 years. Mad magainze is kind of what everybody knows me from. I've done some work for Marvel, DC, Now Comics, a few other people. Yeah, stay busy.
So what made you start to want to, obviously probably buying that comic book at the drugstore when you were a little kid got you into all this.
Yeah.
Am I pretty much right on that?
Right, I was, since I was a little kid, I was a huge Batman fan.
Oh, yes.
So my dad worked at a grocery store and he brought home the spinner rack comics for me. And then I got into drawing comics, and then Star Wars came out when I was in elementary school.
So I
was a hopeless geek from then on. So it's been, I've always loved to draw, and I just really feel fortunate I was able to do it for a living.
Is it something now that back then it was all considered geek and nerdism, but now it's considered mainstream and amazing?
I don't know. It was always just fun for me, so I never got the feeling I was being ostracized for being a fan of comics. But nowadays it's cool to be a geek, right? So it's all.
Look around. Here we are at C2E2 here in Chicago.
Right.
How does it feel to be back? Have you done a lot of conventions?
I don't do many conventions. I do a few big ones a year. I do this one, C2E2, every year. I do New York Comic Con in San Diego,
nice.
And then sometimes a few other ones here and there. But this is the first. Well, I did New York a couple months ago, back in October. That was the first one I've done since the last time I did C2E2 here in 2020, right before the.
Because I remember that was the last. I was here at an interview there, and I was here at that one, and then everything just fell apart soon after that. But I'm sure with all this fun stuff, I mean, it's got to be great for a Mad magazine, right? For them,
right,
to have so many different kind of storylines, you could go ahead and put in the magazine and all that.
Yeah, well, Mad's sort of gone to be mostly a reprint, what is fully a reprint only publication. Not much new stuff, although I did do a new cover for the one that just came out a couple days ago. I did the cover, it's a Batman cover, and we did a new Batman piece inside the magazines. But not too many new things these days, so I'm busy with other projects.
That is unfortunate for Mad magazine, but great for you that you're doing a lot more other projects. I'm sure that way you can get more of your ideas. Can you get more of your ideas across that way? Or are you kind of like, when you do a Mad magazine, say, do you have to go against their parameters, or can you pretty much go wild and do what you want to do?
Yeah, most of what I did for Mad were the movie and TV parodies, which was sort of, kind of a traditional sort of format. And but they always let the artists and the writers, do their thing. So I was able to do a lot of background gags and add my own touch to it.
A lot of inside jokes that you get.
Right. Well, I try to get so other people to get it too.
Like,
But cameos of people that are associated with that character or that type of genre or something.
So I know my brother has a whole. He used to collect all that stuff in the 70s and 80s and 90s and whatnot. So I got to go back and find his comic book box, because they're all in plastic. They're all in plastic right now. So I definitely got to go back and find those and relive the youth. Do you have social media, or are you on any kind of?
Yeah, you can find me. You can find me on Twitter. My website's tomrichmond.com. I have a blog that used to be pretty active, and now I've switched to a weekly newsletter that goes out every Wednesday. First time look at original drawings, stuff I'm working on, that sort of thing. So you can subscribe to that. It's free. I'm on Twitter at Art4Mad is my handle, Art4Mad, and Instagram, places like that. So you can just look me up.
And it's just tremendous artwork. I'm definitely looking at the Doctor Who's. Definitely picked that up from my brother, because he's a huge Doctor Who fan. I know you have people lining up over here. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but Tom, thank you so much. It's an honor to meet you. Like I said, Mad magazine and everything else is just a wonderful thing. It's just a staple of America that sorely needs to come back.
It was a great pleasure for me to be part of a small part of that history.
Parody is a good thing, and I think we need a little bit more of it that's not so mean-spirited and everything like that. And this is definitely not mean-spirited stuff. Thank you very much, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Johngy Speed, everybody, 2021, C2E2.
All right.